In Taken 2, retired CIA operative Brian Mills and his wife are taken hostage by the father of a kidnapper that Mills killed while rescuing his daughter.
He's here. I want all three of them alive.
Listen to me carefully, Kim. Your mother is going to be taken. And people are going to come for you too.
What are you going to do?
What I do best.
I, like many, was a big fan of Taken. It was silly, but it was a lot of fun. Liam Neeson is a badass. What more could you want? And it turns out there is more you could want in a movie where Liam Neeson is a badass, because Taken 2 is, not very good. I mean, it's fun still. It's entertaining, because I was laughing through a lot of it, but I don't remember if Taken was this dumb, but it's a pretty dumb movie. Now, I didn't expect anything from it going in. I knew it was going to be dumb. Just the fact that they're doing the exact same thing again, you know, it's stupid. But let's get a little more in-depth with Taken 2, starting off with the plot, which is Taken. Again, it's basically the same thing. Liam Neeson going around being a badass, just busting people up because they took his wife and they took him too this time. And the daughter wasn't taken, though. At some point, maybe she was, but regardless, he's just being a badass again. And if that's all you want, then you'll probably really enjoy it. But, you know, like I said, there is a little bit more you can ask than Liam Neeson being a badass, especially because he's kind of been doing this now, very similar roles for a couple of years. So I feel like with Taken, it was, not that it was fresh, but it was kind of like, all right, yeah. But now it's like, okay, yeah, we already know that he's a badass. We get it. We don't need to see it again. So as far as the plot goes, it's pretty much the same thing. It just exists so that they can make the movie. And, you know, it's a lot of dumb stuff. It doesn't all make sense. You've got the daughter blowing up grenades without even looking where she's throwing them. You've got Liam Neeson, you know, just basically a superhuman almost. He's like a robot in, you know, figuring things out and stuff like that. It's like he always knows exactly what's going on. And I get that that's the character, but I don't know. Once again, I don't fully remember Taken. It's been a few years, but I feel like it was much easier to buy in that one. But let's move on to the directing, which I gotta say, not great, because I couldn't see what was going on half the time. The camera work, aside from the fact that it was obnoxiously shaky, I don't usually complain about shakiness of the camera, but it was just so hectic that I couldn't always keep up with what was going on in like a fight scene, and it was almost like, you know, making up for the fact that they weren't that great, the fight scenes, I guess. I don't know. And acting-wise, as usual, Liam Neeson is Liam Neeson, you know? He's kind of doing the same thing he usually does. I felt like in this case it was a little more phoned in just because, once again, like I said, it's kind of repetitive at this point. But my only problem with the acting, and it's not the acting so much as just the cast, why the hell is Maggie Grace playing, I think she was supposed to be like, well, definitely under 18. She was getting her license. She's 30 years old. She's a grown woman. She should be able to take care of herself, and she shouldn't have Liam Neeson coming and checking on her when she's making out with a boy. That's weird to me. I can't get around it, and so it really kind of throws me off through the whole movie. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you can't play different ages, but she doesn't look like she's 17 or whatever she's supposed to be. She looks like she's older. So it looks silly to me. It looks ridiculous. And nothing else really to talk about as far as acting goes specifically. Overall, the movie is just whatever, you know, I'm not going to remember it. It was just, like I said, something to laugh at, something to, you know, appreciate Liam Neeson being a badass, but that can only go so far. You need to actually have a movie, I think, to really appreciate it. But let me know in the comments what you thought of Taken 2. Did you like it a lot more than I did? Not that I didn't like it. Like I said, I had a good time with it, but it's obviously just a stupid movie. So let me know if you took it a little more seriously than I did. Let me know if you agree, or even if you think it was so bad that it wasn't good at all. I don't know. Let me know what you think of the fact that Maggie Grace is 30 years old playing like a 16-year-old or whatever. That's really just, I think that's just bizarre. She doesn't look it. If she looked it, that would be a different story. I don't think she looks it. Let me know anything that you want about Taken 2, and that's pretty much it.
I will finish this thing. You just have to die.